Good evening, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It it's Tuesday, March 16th, the feast day of Saint Ambrose the Confessor. I don't know what he did, or at least I don't know much enough to talk about him, besides my rambling that I'm doing. I do know that he died in 1927, which is not that long ago, less than 100 years ago. So either way, today's gospel is from John chapter 5, verses 1 through 16. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem at the Sheep a pool called in Hebrew Bethesda, with 5 porticos. In these lay a large number of ill, blind, lame, and crippled. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been ill for a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. While I am on my way, someone else gets down there before me." Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your mat, and walk." Immediately the man became well, took up his mat, and walked. Now that day was a Sabbath. So the Jews said to the man who was cured, "It is the Sabbath, and it is not lawful for you to carry your mat." He answered them, "The man who made me well told me, 'Take up your mat and walk.'" They asked him, "Who was the man who told you, 'Take it up and walk'?" The man who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had slipped away since there was a crowd there. After this, Jesus found him in the temple area and said to him, "Look, you are well. Do not sin any more, so that nothing worse may happen to you." The man went and told the Jews that Jesus was the one who made him well. Therefore, the Jews began to persecute Jesus because he did this on a Sabbath. Man, if you reread that slowly about and just contemplate on all the good that Jesus just did, and he healed this man who had been ill for 38 years. That's a long time. That's older than me. I get angry or I get upset if I'm sick for just 8 days, let alone 38 years. But but yeah, it's funny that Jesus asks, because he always gives us the freedom to believe or not to believe. Because Jesus asks him, "Do you want to be well?" And of course, that seems like a rhetorical question, or a meaningless question. Why would you ask that? But Jesus is testing him. He wants to make sure that he knows his intent. He knows his heart's intent. And so then he does heal him, and he tells this man who he just miraculously healed to rise and take up his mat and walk. And then he gets chastised by these Jews who are so fixated on the law, the Jewish law, and Jesus doesn't care, he because he's doing good, he's doing virtuous things here. He's healing somebody, and the Jews are getting ticked off. Um, the very last line, therefore the Jews began to persecute Jesus because he did this on a Sabbath. Really? Um, the Sabbath is not intended to be such, you know, dictated by the law. It should be dictated by growing closer to Christ and in holiness and goodness. So anyway, the Jews are missing out on this. But so the challenge here is, because clearly the Jews don't know Jesus' intent. Jesus isn't concerned about breaking the law right now. He's concerned about healing this man in his heart and growing his faith. But I'm sure all of us have people in our lives, or encounters or interactions with our lives, where we've done something and it was good-hearted and it was based out of true virtue, which is hard to find sometimes in today's society. But I'm sure we've all done things that have upset people, even though it was out of good intentions. I know I have. So the challenge is to, you know, the whole phrase "damn if you do, damn if you don't." It's just a lose-lose situation. That's the situation that's going on with Jesus, and that's the way that we might need to live our lives a lot. Because if you fixate yourself on trying to please everybody, you got a tough road ahead. So Just please Jesus, and you'll be good. Have a great day. God bless. Keep it real. In the Father, Son, and Spirit, amen.